but I don't know.
Could be a Roger
Is it
Rubik.
his style? Yeah, could be position 4 Rubik. Could
even be a solo Rubik.
Yeah, it could be. I don't see solo as a Rubik player. It could be, definitely. What else? What else do they need? They need the last pick.
For VP it's the mid, because I think, well, no, never mind, because Rubik could be mid. For VP it's whatever, really. Let's focus on the Pango. Because
Pango's draft is more obvious. You have these two supports that are standard supports for them. Then you have the Pango that's obviously going to be on the offlane. So you need your carry and your mid now.
You know, it's not actually that bad for the Pango, because they don't know what Virtus Pro is doing at all, which forces them to focus only on themselves, which in these cases is normally the right thing to do anyway. So
I mean, it's usually great. Yeah, they're fine. I'm just gonna chill on the couch.
Like a Razor. That'll be nice.
Razor, there you go.
How does Razor do against Rubik if that would be a matchup?
No, with Rubik you have the fadeable.
I think you're right, it's Rubik, don't you? But you've got disabled.
You should be fine, you have the telekinesis.
Stop him from chasing you.
Yep. As long as you keep your distance, if you get up close, even if you lift him, he's gonna suck enough damage to get a few last hits off of you.
Alright, what's Naive gonna play then? Slark is banned out.
Naive.
Here he is. And we're gonna have that wave.
What does he
on the mid lane? Right there.
Terrorblade is still in the pool.
I'm just gonna keep on standing from now on until the draft is done.
You can follow Owen, he's doing that too.
You don't need you don't need to remind me to get these heroes any longer. I'm standing. I should remember.
And that's a Meepo ban.
Meepo ban versus Virtus Pro.
Wow, that's
no one started practicing it.
Did he?
I think he
there
did.
you go.
So Anti-Mage is going to be the final pick, so that's going to be what Naive will be carrying.
Actually, Meepo ban versus when you're picking Anti-Mage makes some sense, because it's one of the heroes that completely crushes Anti-Mage at any point in the game. The only time Anti-Mage wins is when he's far ahead. That's hard to do, because Meepo with those Earth Mines, he forces you into a BKB, which isn't really great.
That's the thing. I don't, is this Rubik going to be mid? Probably.
I mean, it's a good Rubik game, though.
It could be mid. Like,
you have the Blink to steal, and
other heroes that are good against Razor, we mentioned that before. The OD is already banned out, but there's still a Viper, there's still a Lone Druid in the pool, and Kunkka's banned out as well. But they go for draw.
So it is going to be Rubik mid. I think it is Rubik mid in the Drow safe lane.
Drow safe lane. Luna support. Brew and Sven off lane.
Sven laning together,
We don't know yet.
We got it. I think we got it right.
Yeah.
I'm done with this draft of theirs. That was on the edge.
Those auras, though.
Yeah, Drow and Luna.
Drow, Luna auras.
Unless it could also be mid Drow, which will play.
It's not great versus Razor, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so maybe not. I guess you can push him back with Gus, right, and then run when he's standing.
Yeah, but then you're leveling Gus that early on.
That's true.
Level 1.
I don't know.
We'll see. Let's see if it's going to be Drow or the Rubik mid.
But before we know who's going to play what, we have to make a prediction.
Right, I'm still predicting.
I think I'm still going for VP.
I've got to go VP. They've got a good Drow strat, I think.
Is this elimination?
No,
or is this upper bracket?
This is upper bracket, so...
Last time VP didn't start playing wonky until the upper bracket finals, so I'm hoping that they... if they are going to play wonky, this is
whatever, I'm going with VP too.
Yeah.
Done.
Alright, production, you want to go for the Pango then, yeah? Yeah.
Pango.
Of course.
Alright.
Let's see.
Let's see what is going to happen. It's a best of 3, first round of the upper bracket. And I was wrong, by the way. Upper bracket finals are played tomorrow rather than today. However, if you lose here, you do have to play your lower bracket match still today.
Yes, that's what happens after this one.
Yeah. Owen?
Yeah. Well, it's windy. What's hitting on? It's breaking a bit.
It's fine.
Is this real?
Yes, it's real.
It is. We just grew here, in fact. We just built the set around it. This is, it's one of the first trees of Sweden. And looking at the weather outside, it's one of the only trees that actually bloom during a Swedish winter. We protected it. And kept it safe for all these years. Yeah. We're just waiting for the game to start. Sorry. Oh, it comes out. Oh, I want to do that. I want to do that.
She's on.
Anyway, what we got? So, game one, it is going to be no one playing ground mid.
Ramsey's Luna, no one mid, alright, versus that Razor. That's gonna be interesting.
Alright.
After all, it's no one, so he must.
Yeah, see, as you say, yeah. I mean, does he skill Gust early in this lane?
Oh, well, maybe you take
Firecrackers!
maybe you take the arrows.
Hey, it's a tree! With lanterns!
Where's the
Surely he's gonna die! Oh, the pig! Rocket the pig!
Kick it!
Oh, kick it!
Hit the pig!
That's the lion.
That's the lion.
But it's actually a worm.
Definitely a dragon.
Oh,
he brought the pig.
He was...
He brought the pig to them.
I do love these pigs!
Kick the pig!
But they get the way that they're there. Wait, can you control the middle in the air?
No, I think he's spawning it and he's kicking it straight.
Oh, do they see the pigs now?
Oh, they see the smoke.
Like, dodge the pigs.
Stop killing the pig. Stop kicking the pigs. You're giving it up.
Well, that's about...
Bashes out the pig.
I love how they're laughing at themselves right now. They know what's up.
They messed up. Too many pigs.
Great smoke, guys. Too bad we have some pigs in the way.
I guess you could call that some smoky bacon.
Damn, dude.
Oh, thank you.
Alright. Let's see if someone's gonna get caught out by the inconspicuous smoke.
The pig smoke, yeah.
You gotta bring the...
Oh, he forgot! Oh! That's big though.
Oh, but the pig!
But the pig!
It gives vision.
He's chasing the pig rather than the anti-mage. What?
Get the pig.
That's fun.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Hey!
Oh, they killed the pig! That pig just died! You see, it just got shattered.
Hey, VP's logo on the top left, next to their heroes, is different.
Yeah, it's
They
just the way.
rebranded ages ago.
Well, yeah, I knew they
Up-to-date, please.
I knew they rebranded, and I've seen their new logo, but I didn't see the new in-game thing, which is just a V.
Yeah, but they're going.
Well, I know you guys
they're going
know.
back again, right? They're going back again to the.
They went back to the orange and green.
Yeah.
No, orange and white.
Orange and
I don't think there's any green now.
white, black.
Oh yeah,
Orange,
white.
white, black,
It was green and purple because they were sponsored by a company that was green and purple.
Yeah. And now they're back.
And now they're back.
VP. So let's see. Yeah. So this Drown mid. Let's see how well no one can do. It's going to be a tough one for him. Sven's ready to fight. He's got the 3 Mangos out. Bottom lane, the pressure. It's going to be on Pasha. He's going to have to deal with the tri-lane from the Pango down here.
Fate Bolt really does help out here. Not in that scenario, but usually minus damage.
Don't you think the logo looks a lot like the Half-Life logo?
I don't know what that. What's the half?
That's like an orange Y-ish type of thing on black.
Is it
Maybe a
lambda?
little bit, but what?
It's like a Y,
Oh, yeah, alright.
but then with a twiddly on the end.
It's not.
Sorry.
It's a Greek letter,
Ramsey,
right?
sorry,
Yeah.
isn't good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go,
It's fine.
WTF.
It's all good.
Slayer's had enough of
We are
this.
the WTF.
Go,
We are the
WTF.
Alright. You don't know this stuff.
It's okay. Alright,
How's
so
it going though? Like,
mid is indeed a draw, and safe lane is Brew farming with the Rubik supporting, and that means top Luna is actually farming with the Sven support.
Yeah.
So no Luna support, and Dro not safe lane but mid.
Yeah, we said that ages ago.
I know. I was too distracted by the
sleeping.
logos. I'm not sleeping.
Sleepy. Let's see how they do.
is this one, right?
Yeah, but then upside down.
No? No, it's like this. No, it's whatever. It's fine.
Okay, maybe I have it wrong in my head. It's fine though.
I'll
Alright, so
Google it. It's fine.
So-
So that the chat does not have to find Lambda from Half-Life.
oh, you're
this
right.
one.
It's the other way around. But it is upside down. Look, it's so close with the black and orange.
Yeah, it is, actually. And this is upside down, yeah. But, alright. That's a stretch. That's such a stretch. It's upside down. It's a little bit different color. And it's not really same. Yeah.
Come on, it's also orange.
Yeah.
All right, let's focus on the game. Razor is doing quite good, but so is Dro. Actually, is Dro supposed to be able to keep
they
up?
just dropped well. We haven't really seen Drow versus Razor, but no one's. I mean, it is no one as well.
Sure, but how is that lane
best mid in the
supposed to
world.
go?
We don't know. You don't see a lot of Drows versus Razors.
I don't think a lot of mids will sort of have the courage to just pick the Drow against Razor.
Yeah, now that he has boots, I guess it's gonna be even better for him. But
that
no, he
is
just gave a lot of damage
A
away.
lot of damage.
Yeah, there's a double damage on Razor basically, but he's pretty slow.
Yeah.
I think you need to block these ancient camps for Drow, right? Mm-hmm. Like prevent her from just insanely farming once she gets that level 6. No.
Try lane, aggressive one. I mean, it's going okay. Anti-mages.
Well, no, it's going back. Yeah, I mean, they get the
farming
farm for
well.
anti-match.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just going to get now that good timing on his Battle Fury at this rate, because there's not really much the VP can do to go down and
Pango is
disrupt the
suffering because of that. Not too much though. Like he's the
Get
same
levels.
like Panda, yeah. Pretty much they dodged that lane. Went with Luna top. I think it's important that Luna gets these levels early on, and then with Drow I think you can start pressuring Pango. They have this AM. It doesn't really come online really fast, so with these auras you can definitely start pushing early on. There isn't really a whole lot else that you can do on the side of Virtus Pro. You have the war cry, yeah, especially when you get that split, you just want to push.
oh, Solo.
When you get that root, you just want to kill.
He's in a bit of trouble. Will dodge the roll from the
Oh, the
split.
blocks,
Burn with the sound. He's going to be fine.
Oh,
Zayas, however, is not gonna be
He's
fine.
not. He's taking
gone.
tower hits.
There we go.
I mean, that is what you get if you miss your rolling boulder. That, if that would have hit, that would have been first blood. But
How's it?
instead, he rolls past under the tower and he dies.
Well, it was a good dupe from Solo.
Definitely, and then Pasha came in with that block too, like he helped out.
Yep. Pango was doing quite okay on the lanes, actually. Sure, they're still... I mean, it's not to say that VP is doing bad, but they are not necessarily hard winning any lane.
Sailor? Might be dead here.
I
I think he might. It's such a damage, so it doesn't matter.
It's too late.
I mean, you picked this Razor to dominate the lane, not to die to a Drow. I mean, yeah, Solo helped out, definitely. How's that tree going?
Yeah, the tree is making loads of sounds, and I hear the bucket that it's in also having some complaints.
Oh, it's chilling.
Iron Branch.
Iron Brown.
Big
Planted an Iron Branch here,
Trees
yeah.
got buffed, didn't they?
Yeah, so many talk about trees actually in this patch.
Yeah. Well, I liked it most when we saw the train protector yesterday. And Zaya's just having that branch in all the time, making it work out. So you can go across gaps that you normally wouldn't be able to without losing your invis.
Yeah, that branch is definitely useful in Tree and Protector.
Is
The
that...
branch is not useful for you, Odie.
That's not.
Owen.
It's not.
It's not. Mid lane. Looks like Zayas came in, they tried to have a bit of an attempt on. He didn't have no one, but it wasn't going to happen.
There. He's getting very
Slayer.
low here.
He's in
One more
trouble.
hit,
He's
one
dead.
more hit,
He's
one
gone.
more hit. There you go, we got him.
And now you have these wards to plant, perhaps a mid. Stack, go for the rune, gank mid again. Solo is carrying this game actually. Doing so well. Tranquil's on him already. I wonder if he's gonna go for Yules or Atrolance or just wards. It's Solo after all. He's
Yeah.
got wards.
He's not gonna get money anytime soon.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's nearly got the level 6, so it's going to be even nicer for Solo and the Luna getting their harassment out.
I wonder if AM is gonna try a different build, maybe. Most likely not. It's gonna be that Battle Fury, but
So we're getting blocked to chase down a little bit. Zayas is going to be there as well. We'll get the slow off with the boulder, and the Solo's gone.
yep.
3 heroes for him, but I guess Silo didn't have to leave the mid lane for that long. It wasn't too far out.
Yeah, he just returns back.
Yep.
I think they have to do something about the Drow. She's farming. She's gonna start farming really fast now in the jungle. Like the levels.
She's got those 3 wave plans done.
Yeah, you have level 6. It's insane. Like I suspect no one is gonna go for that dagger after power threads. You don't have to. There are options. You go for dagger or even SNY instantly after. on the draw. With the dagger you kind of farm faster, you can reposition yourself as well. While with SNY you can start pushing with your team a lot earlier. And you actually start hurting, like, very hard.
Yeah, but that's what I'm curious about, because we know, like, Dro and Luna have the great, both
Synergy,
great
yeah.
auras. Does that mean that VP wants to push early?
Yeah, I mean, that's how you beat AM, isn't it, with the Luna stuff?
It's just, 12 minutes and go?
You want just abuse the aura. It's like with the Visage before.
Oh, they do end up losing Ramses.
Yeah.
Sailor came in with the rotation up top and allowed them to get that kill onto the Luna.
I mean, it's great that you're giving the kill to a draw like that, but also if you just port the top instantly, maybe you could have helped the Luna.
Yep. We'll see on this ball line. Pasha, very low on the mana.
Do you build anti-mage different now that you know that there's probably going to be early pressure coming up?
That's what I was asking before.
Oh, what if he's going to go Vanguard?
There's a probability, yeah.
Yeah.
Something Vanguard or Vlad's or something like that, but you're never going to scale with those items.
No, it's always.
Yeah.
It feels like you're playing to lose. Then if you have to, if you feel you have to change it,
There was
that
like
much.
just before Aquila died, we used to see like 2 Aquila anti-mages just fight like that.
Yeah.
Right now it's basically replaced by 2 raid bands. Like we have a shrine here for this, but he's not truly dead. Where's the shrine for Poor Man's Shield for Aquila for?
That's true. Yeah, he's lost items.
Exactly.
Talon.
For Talon, actually, I couldn't even remember
Talon.
the name of that magnificent item, Iron Talon. So many carries got lost in the jungle with that. Oh, the lift. Oh, he's there. Can he got it.
You're going to have TVs going in. They actually have the damage there. He's going to turn around with the Eye of the Storm. You need a static link off on the Dra as well, so a lot of damage of VP getting limited.
Yeah.
And that will keep Sailor safe. So
hello.
He's going to see if he can chase anyone down with the Rolling Thunder. Won't quite get the turn though.
Rolling Thunder is actually a really easy spell to steal on Rubik.
Yes.
And it's also really nice because it's insta-cast. You don't have the cast time, so you instantly turn into that ball. Starts rolling around.
Yeah. Lucky for Ghostic, Rubik wasn't level 6 yet.
Actually, it's a pretty decent Rubik game. You have the Blink to steal from AM. You have every spell from Pango is good.
Earth Spirit is a bit tricky because you don't get the...
Earth Spirit spells, they're not great.
You can use your stones against them if you like.
I think Ice Bat is really good.
Yeah.
Also a spell that you don't have any cast time on. And Ice Bat, basically the only problem with Ice Bat on Jakiro is that it has that backswing, right?
Yeah.
It kind of lifts his wings and uses it.
A lot of hate here for Roger, but he has got the backup. They might not be able to kill him after
He's
all.
going to survive. And they can turn and take Zayat. So now with the arrows slowing the rest of the Pango down, Slayer cannot escape. So VP turn that attempt from the Pango around and get 2 kills.
That is a painful ordeal. What started off as an easy kill on a support Sven just got turned around. That is pretty painful. How are you preparing for this as Pango? Because if it's not just that, it's not going to be the anti-mage. He has to start building for late game and he has to start hoping that his team is going to buy time. But how is his team going to buy time if they can't even kill a support Sven?
I mean, can't even kill a support Sven. It is a support Sven. It's one of the tankiest heroes.
Sure, but they were with 4 people.
That's true, though. That's definitely problematic. It's not looking great for them. Things are pretty grim for Pango at the moment, but they have their signature hero, Pangolier.
So do you have
Yes, they do.
Pango is playing Pango. I mean, what more do they want? Like, I don't know.
I don't know either. They are a little behind on the old gold, though. So I think that's what they want. Gold.
Some gold?
Yeah.
That could definitely come in handy.
Yeah. I think so too.
But the thing is, I feel like, let's see.
No, they make it.
There you go, the Pango shows up. He has summoned the Pango.
Ghost stick.
Their spirit animal.
Yeah. Overall, I think once Panda gets 6, we're gonna see some rotations coming from Virtus Pro. Does he have that split actually? He does have the split, alright. I expect Panda to move somewhere. 7.5, yeah. Okay, he's not gonna move anywhere. He's gonna be with his Luna here and try to take tier 1 on bottom lane.
Yeah, they moved Ramses to the bot lane because it's free, so why not?
Yeah, but he's out. I mean, you're looking to take some tower with Pasha's ult, definitely.
No, they haven't pressured anything yet. They've just been doing their own thing. It's still all towers on the game still up.
He's getting closer and closer to that lads as well. I think that draw that on the mid lane kind of messed them up a little bit, maybe slowed their timing. They had to wait for her to respawn.
Yeah.
But overall, it looks like they're satisfied with just farming. That's it.
We can find out if VP also does multiple Vlads.
That is true.
Not.
Oh, I don't think that.
I mean,
brilliant one, right?
Sven could build one as well, so you'd have two Vlads.
No.
I mean,
If VP does it, then maybe there is something that we're
if
missing.
they do it, then definitely there's something, right? I'd be very curious.
Yeah.
Because we've seen multiple teams so far build two Vlads on the same team for some reason.
Yeah.
And I really couldn't find any change in the patch that made that viable. And it's weird that it's all just a coincidence.
Yeah, because it happened
suddenly
3 times
everyone-
or 2 times? 3 times, I think.
I think it's 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times.
3 times,
of
but
which once
yeah,
of both support.
Yeah, and once Troll sold it, so it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Roger, just leading in from the side. I mean, they're trying to go in for the fight here, but they sort of split up VP solo. He's got the war cry off from Roger. They'll turn. He's got the grab on Ghosty. Ghosty trying to get the rolling thunder off, but he cannot. They'll beat him down. 1-for-1 at the moment, but Pasha making the trade favor VP. Chases down the Jakiro. They also end up picking up the Earth Spirit as no one chases him as the Drow. Does VP get 3 kills?
They're not done yet. Or are they? They are. They are done!
They're done. They don't have the split any longer, so they just moved back. Roger was so deep, that's the only reason he died there in the end. But they did have to commit all the control they had for him.
Yeah.
So the ice path was used and everything, and you get him, but then you lose 3.
There was a tier 2 tower downing in the midst of all that on the side of the Pango, so they got that out of that. And it looks like Brew is able to apply some pressure on the tier 1 top as well.
It's interesting that they're the ones on the downside, considering they're playing versus Drown and Luna. If someone showed me these 2 drafts and didn't show me the teams, I'd say, like, come on, they have Drown and Luna, what are they going to do? Like, they're going to be ran over in the mid-game after the laning stage. You have 2 heroes that basically just right-click, and they don't really even right-click real hard without items. And there we have the blink now on Drow too. Really good timing.
Positioning is crucial. Is there going to be anything new? That's a Rubik.
Gets the silence onto Ghosty. The Pango just gets ripped apart on the side of it all. They are able to get the silence, and then the right-click damage from Noah and Ramses will kill him.
Where are you going?
He's on his own on the front. Razor's out. Slayer will manage to TP out in time. There's no follow-up to get him. That whole fight as well, you saw Solo was able to steer out of the storm and utilize that against the Pango as well.
Pasha took the tier 1 top, and now the rest of the team is going to take the tier 1 bottom, and that is lessening that farm space from the Pango quite severely. Now that their outer towers are about to be gone.
Yeah,
This is really good. They have 2 blinks now. One on Rubik and the other on Drow, so you can basically jump the... I mean, AM's blink was stolen, so you can jump the AM, gust him, lift him up. Pretty much you have enough control to take him down.
of course, got just a crazy amount of push from VP's lineup at this point. So anytime they win a team fight, they will take objectives very easily. So the Pango needs to do something to slow down this pace, and Solo's in.
That's the silence
They've got
again.
the silence, and they've certainly got the damage to finish off Ghosty. They're TPing in here, the Pango, trying to see what they can do in terms of holding. They'll roll forward onto no one. No one backing off Solo, and Ramses heading in, and Ramses has the damage to bring down the Slayer's Jakiro as well. Pasha locking onto Sylar, as there's no escape for the Razor again, just being picked off one by one. They cannot hold themselves against the push of VP. They do get no one, but it's cost them 4 heroes and a tier 2 tower.
However, no one got killed by the Anti-Mage, who literally just showed up to mana void no one, and he got like 700 gold for that.
Yeah, that's great.
So
that's a Battle Fury for him, complete.
I mean, it's obviously still not a good trade, but it's not as bad as it could be.
Yeah, it's a late Battle Fury though, still. And overall, I think that whole fight was enabled by Rubik's blink. Basically, you have that blink, you jump on the Pango, you lift him up. After that, Drow follows up with the gust. And just, I don't know, enables their whole team. Like,
Oh, they're looking for him.
You can definitely see the
They
synergy.
knew that he would blink up,
Can they
and they
actually go?
should be able to catch. Oh,
He's gonna blink again. He's
yeah,
fine.
he's fine.
Yeah, just a little off there, so they couldn't quite get in the position to have the vision.
Yeah,
The Warcry is helping them a lot as well.
Yeah.
for sure.
These squishy heroes such as Drow suddenly aren't that squishy, and she can man fight. She can just stand and fight instead of running away, which is pretty cool. So V is doing really well so far. Orange V.
Indeed.
Is that the Manta on Luna, or did she just get illusions? It's a bit early, no?
So,
They are doing quite fine though. Razor has pretty much nothing. Luna does not have Manta, obviously, just Dragonlance and Mask of Madness.
now BKB pretty much done for Ramses.
Yep.
Yeah,
So I mean, once he's got that BKB,
just go.
they can start thinking about even trying to go high ground.
You can take Rosh and go high ground,
Yeah.
actually, honestly. There's absolutely no reason not to.
Drums
BKB.
on Rubik, just building everything that's going to build towards this push at this point of the game.
Like, if you have one of these kind of cores, like one right clicker, a Drow or a Luna, in your team, then Razor just pops BKB, drums, runs to that core, and takes all the damage off. Sucks all the damage off, but now that you have Luna and the Drow, one of them is going to kill you. The only problem with taking Rosh like this versus, they're playing versus Pango, and Pango here can always jump in, create havoc, steal ages like
He's going to
this.
try.
Gonna try.
Yeah, that's
Go stick, he's in.
Look at that
getting
positioning from no one.
Yeah, he's just outside the pit, forcing
got
Go stick
it,
to
dude.
get out.
just dies.
They are still trying running with
Another one.
Zayats, another attempt. The stun comes through, and Zayats
He's
managed to
did
get the
get the
kill
Aegis.
and the Aegis. He got
Yeah.
both.
And he's gonna die.
No, but that's absolutely right. because
Oh,
that,
sure.
that may just stop VP from going high ground quite yet.
Did you know?
Well,
They don't have an
there's no
Aegis for it.
BKB, I think.
That is something.
I do like the voice lines. Did I just do that?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
it's really good.
perfect timing.
That's great.
Nice.
I don't think that completely stops you from going high ground, but you have
It's something.
to think.
It
Yeah,
is-
it's
for
definitely
being
something.
8k behind and being able to take that away from VP.
Definitely. You at least wait for the BKB now. Like, you don't go, alright. Shakiro, you're a bit out.
Oh no!
Oh, hey,
Man just
yeah.
walked in, instantly got gusted.
Yep.
gone.
He's
Oh
gone.
no!
He does not have buyback
Oh
either.
no! Oh no!
They have so much control for him, he had to be.
Ooh, they know Ghostic is there as well, but he's able to jump himself up to the high ground.
He definitely had to be more careful there.
And if they do keep getting pickups like this, that Aegis or not, VP's gonna certainly know that they have the power to try and take the base with this Luna.
Okay, that's when
Drow.
3 bracers by Just casual 3 bracers when running around.
Oh, they're looking for the Jakiro, won't quite get him. But they'll get Ghostic instead.
Which is a better prize.
Absolutely, and they're going to take this mid lane. It looks like this game
Just look at these auras.
is getting pretty over for the Pango.
Yeah.
It looks so shiny.
VP, they just drafted perfectly for this 20-minute timing. They itemized exactly as well to close the game down at this minute. As the BKB's out from Ramses,
Yep.
and he goes with the Eclipse. The Asprey is gone. Solar has to keep back as he cannot get anywhere near this lineup. There'll be a buyback from Zayats, but that is the bottom lane gone. Their courier will be taken down, so somebody's 4 staff's going to have to wait a little longer before it gets to them. Now,
Roll in.
Pango trying to strike a bit. As Zayats rolls forward, they have got the Rolling Thunder, but it's going to get silenced. As Ghostic is getting pummeled by no one on the Drow, has to get back up to the high ground. And cannot afford to try and just... He did go in again with the swashbuckle. He's very low. He's just going to get right-clicked down by no one. Not the play there from Ghostic. But then at this point of the game, is there really any play at all that the Pango can do to turn this one around? I don't think so.
They have to really hope the Verse Pro is just going to run into the
I
fountain.
think this is an unlosable
This
game
is
for
just
VP.
over.
I mean,
This
it has
is
been
over.
for a few minutes now. This is just VP. GG is scored.
GG.
VP will take game 1. They close it down in 21 minutes with the Drow Luna, and there's not really too many complications on the way. I think as we're seeing from this game, it's going to be hard to play an AM against VP.
Yeah.
Because you're just not going to get the time to play that sort of hero.
I don't think it's only AM, honestly. Like, the hero that I would blame it on, first and foremost, this draft from